So I was asked the other day how to set horizontally a ring-to-ring friction saver using the MagThrowBag. In review, this is how we set the MagThrowBag. No, I'm doing this on the ground. It would be possible in the tree as well. But we throw our MagThrowBag over our point, a magnet comes off, we drop that down, and we bring it back. And here we have both ends of our climbing line, so that now we can pull our climbing line back through, set up a single rope configuration or doubled moving rope configuration or whatever. That is a review of how to do the MagThrowBag under normal circumstances. How would we set a ring and ring? Now also, as a bit of review, this is how you would have your ring and ring ready to pull your line up. And whether you're going to use a knot blocker for SRT or whether you're using it a doubled moving rope, doesn't matter. But this is the configuration you would have when you're standing on the ground and you have that all set up. How did you get here? Well, prior to seeing it that way, you were looking at it this way, right? So when you pulled that up, it came up and it flopped over and you were in that configuration, which if you can't remember someday how to do that, you'll always remember how this looks. So just remember that it looks that way in order to get this way. So this is what we're going to try to do horizontally with the MagThrowBag. Now obviously, when you're doing the MagThrowBag, you don't have this other end at that moment because you haven't done your MagThrowBag. So let's see if it's possible to use the MagThrowBag to set a ring and ring horizontally. Okay, so now when we recover a ring-to-ring friction saver and prevent it from dropping to the ground because it's life support, let's reverse engineer that concept and see if we can make that work for the MagThrowBag. So to retrieve that, you're going to have the small ring over here, big ring over there. You've got a small carabiner or a blocker knot or stopper knot, something that will clear the big ring but won't clear the small ring. So that goes through there. I'll just give that a little help since I'm here, and that goes like that and it gets stuck, right? So that comes down, and then we lower all that down, and we've got our rope down, and we have our ring and ring down. So that's what we're sitting with right now. My trusty guide here, Chardonnay, watching me work. I'm gonna have to move you over just a little bit, Pooch. Okay, so remember that's the configuration we're looking for right there. So we've taken our MagThrowBag and configured it just like we normally would, except we have two sections of line. So that goes over. Now it can kind of become a nightmare, as I see, to get those lines all separated. And I probably should have paid more attention to how I was holding those, because that's kind of a mess. But so I drop that down, and again it snags that, and again I pull it back, and we have the two ends just like that, and the double end just like that. So one moment, I will go get our friction saver and we will configure that like that. So now I've done like we just did on the retrieval, a bit of reverse engineering on this. I've set this up just like it looked when I took it down. Now I'm taking it up. The difference is, to get this ring in there, it needs to have an opening. So I'm going to use a screw link, If you're rigging, you could use a steel carabiner. What are you going to do? I certainly wouldn't use a life support aluminum carabiner. But if I had to do this for life support, I would, assuming this is tightened down, and I'm not going to tighten this down sufficiently right now, but this should be set up now so that I can pull all this through together. I've got that ready to go, so let's give it a pull and see where things end up. So there's the ring and ring going up, and just like when it was coming back, it does that. And now I have to get that to go through that ring, which takes a little bit of wiggle, and it does. And now I have both ends of my rigging line, climbing line, or whatever it is, and I have my ring and ring properly configured. So there you go. Now, is it practical? It's taken me a while to demonstrate it. I don't know if I could get proficient at this, or if I even want to get proficient at it. But there's your answer. Whether it applies to usefulness, it's for the individual to decide. But anyway, that's how you can set a ring-to-ring laterally. And again, reverse engineering, if I was to retrieve that laterally, it's gonna do just like the other one did, right? There it goes, comes backwards, and there I have everything retrieved. I take, standing on my throw line, take that apart, and I have it all back in my bag. So, yeah, is it worthwhile? Don't know. So I've tied one end to the MagThrowBag and girthed, well, the MagThrowBag, the magnet, that's tied on, that's girthed on. We need to toss it over there so we can establish two ends of our line, so we have something to work with. So we take it, we toss it, and again, bring that down. That's kind of a quagmire, that fucked up. Probably want to do a little better at keeping those oriented. Anyway, and so the magnet will now go over and grab that. That all comes back to me. And I have my two ends to work with. So let's sort that out.